If I had to start over in 2025 with no money, no properties, but all of the knowledge that I have right now, here's exactly how I would build a $1 million rental portfolio in under 12 months. This business does not start with money. It starts with finding a great deal. Talk to the motivated sellers, give them a call, skip trace them, check out your auctions, your wholesalers. Like, I don't care how you do it, just find a good deal. If a comp sold fully renovated for $230,000 60 days ago, your target is to be all in, so purchase plus the rehab at 70%, so around 160, 170,000. That's going to give you enough leeway, enough margin on the back end so that you could actually be profitable. Step number one is to find the deal. Step number two is to line up the capital. So you have three options here. So once you've got a deal under contract, now you go out and you find the money. So option one is a private lender. A private lender is someone who has capital, but doesn't have the time to invest it. So maybe someone that you know is a high income earner, maybe someone has access to a large line of credit. You offer an 8 to 12% annual interest secured by a first position lien. So essentially what that means is that at closing, the attorney is going to draft up a mortgage and a note, and that gets recorded with the county. So if for any reason you don't perform on your business plan on actually renovating the property, the private lender actually is able to get that property that has enough margin, enough equity to be able to protect their capital. Option number two is a hard money lender. So if you don't have any private lenders, use hard money lenders that cover most, or if not all, of the purchase price and the rehab. You might have to partner with someone with experience to get the best terms, but you have to do whatever it takes to get into the game. Option number three is a line of credit or the HELOC. So this is how I started. A home equity line of credit. Only use that line of credit for investing, not for lifestyle. So don't go on a trip, don't go and upgrade your own property, don't go and buy stupid shit, just for investing. Step number three is now you have the deal, now you have the money, now you execute on the rehab with the ARV in mind. So your comp, the one that you based your ARV on, is your North Star. So match the rehab exactly to that property. Nothing more, but nothing less either. So if they have LVP in the bathrooms, you put LVP in the bathrooms. If they have quartz in the kitchen, you put quartz in the kitchen. It really is that simple. You do not get to design. This is real estate investing with ROI in mind. So remember, you're not going to be living there, like someone else will. And so don't over rehab. You keep it clean, you keep it neutral. So agreeable gray, some soft LVPs, and then make sure that it's cost effective. Also, be sure that you're doing weekly check-ins with this contractor. Make sure you have a clear scope of work on it. And always, always, always build in a 10 to 15% contingency, because there's two truths in real estate. It's going to cost more and it's going to take longer. This is how you're going to maximize profit. Up to this point, we found the deal, we've funded it, we've rehabbed it, and step four is going to be to refinance with long-term debt. So once the rehab is completed, go for a DSCR refinance, so debt service coverage ratio refinance. So I always prefer to do a 30-year fixed. That way, it allows me to have peace of mind for the next 30 years. I'm not worried about the variable interest changing. Refinance just to recycle your capital. So your goal is to break even every month after principal, interest, tax, and insurance, after the PM fees, and after the reserves. We're not chasing monthly cash flow goals to earn $1 million. We're chasing $1 million worth of equity to become a millionaire. So step number five is to think equity, not just cash flow. So millionaire doesn't mean $1 million cash in the bank. It means $1 million in equity, in assets that you own, you control, and then you let appreciate. So assets minus liabilities is the formula that we're using. So total value minus the total mortgages. That's how you're going to build your wealth. Your wealth will grow through principal pay down, so the tenant paying down that mortgage every month. You have the market appreciation. You have the rent increases every year, and then you also have the tax benefits. Play the long-term game. Anyone that has been in real estate always regrets selling real estate, because if you look back over the past 10, 20, 30 years, the real estate prices have always gone up. And so if you play the long-term game, you cannot lose. And then step number 6, only buy where you'd hold for 20 plus years. So don't buy in war zones just because they're cheap or just because you think they're going to cash flow well. You want strong tenant demand. You want appreciation potential. You want potential growth. You want low crime. You want to be able to see an advancement of growth. So ask yourself, would I want to own this asset in 10 years before you purchase it? And obviously there's a lot of factors that go into that, but at least start asking yourself those questions, because again, we're not in it for that one quick flip. We're in it for the long-term hold. Step number 7, stack and scale. Once you've done one, you do another. And this is where the compound effect really takes a hold. So you do one, you get all of your money back out, but now you have that control of the asset. And then you do another one, and then another one. And then now you're doing 2 projects at once. And then once you receive both of those back, then you do 4 and 10. And then you also move into bigger projects. So an example is my 12 unit that I bought a year or 2 ago. I added $400,000 worth of equity to my net worth in one deal in just under 6 months. So I bought it for $250,000. I put $30,000 into it, and then it appraised for $700,000 a few months later. I refinanced, so I got my $300 back out of it. I paid back my private lender, and then I had $400,000 worth of equity overnight. So the bigger you go, the faster you're going to be able to climb. But start with single family rentals so that you understand the game and that you get good at the game. This is how you become a millionaire, not in theory, but in practice. And so final encouragement, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a get rich sure strategy. It's tested, it's tried, it's true. With the right team, the contractors, the agents, the property managers, and a few solid deals, this is inevitable. You have to be willing to put in the work, and you have to be hungry and driven and know what you want. If you could do this, if you hold on to what you desire, it will work out. And so the fact that you've made it this long in the video tells me that I know you're hungry and I know you will be able to do it. And if there's anything that I could help you out with, please let me know. Drop a comment below, ask a question. I have the experience. I'd love to be able to share with you in any way that I can. Just remember that you're one great deal away from changing your entire financial life. I promise you it's possible. Just keep at it and let me know what we can do to help. Hope you're having a great day.